Guys, today I bring you this smoky kind of look. I haven't done a lot of smoky looks recently, so I definitely wanted to. And my two reasons behind doing this were these Colourpop shadows I recently hauled, Deck and Sugar. I really wanted to do something kind of bluey gray toned, and I absolutely adore the way this came out. Like, it was kind of, you'll see throughout the tutorial, a bit all over the place and experimental because I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do with it. But I think this is so pretty, and the beauty of this look is that it is kind of messy, like not really, but a little messy, a little bit not perfectionist, which is so me, and I love that because it's very easy to put together and actually really quick. It looks a lot more involved than it is. So if you're someone who's like, if you're going out, for instance, and you're running a little behind, this is something you could throw together that would still be, it would look cool. You know, people would see you and think you did a lot more, spent a lot more time on your eyes, I think, than you did. Also, I guess I should dress the hair. I almost forgot. It is darker, I'm sure you can tell, but yeah, I went a little darker. It's not going to be quite this dark. It's just a box dye, so it's going to have to like fade a little as it does, but it's just a bit darker of a blonde, so probably should address that. But yeah, anyways, if you would like to see how I got this gray smoky eye look, please stay tuned. So I'm going to start with the Rimmel Scandaleyes pencil in Guilty Gray, just a deep gunmetal color. It's going to be perfect for this look. And what we're going to do with this is trace it along the lashes, blending it up with just with a brush is the way I find easiest. And then I'm also going to take it on my lower lash line to create a base for all of our eyeshadow today. For my first transition type color, I'm actually going to take the blush that I already have on my cheeks. This is the Essence Silky Touch blush in Sweetheart, just to simplify things, and it's going to create that nice cohesion between eyes and cheeks, which is always nice. So I'm going to blend that just over where we placed that gray. It's going to warm things up just slightly. I am keeping this look predominantly cool, like I'm not really going to be adding a whole ton of warm colors, but I really wanted something soft to blend out all of the eyeshadow, and this is perfect because it is such a light peachy color. And then I'm going to go in with Makeup Geek Stealth. It's just a gunmetal color. It's matte, so it's very similar to the main lid color we're going to be using, just a matte version. And what I'm doing with this is I'm going to use this to kind of set that like outer V area, make sure that's nice and matte, and then I'm going to buff it into the crease a little. This is really just going to blend in with our lid color, so it's kind of like a second transition color, and I'm not really trying to make this be super intense because I want it to kind of just fade in between the two, if that makes sense. I'm sorry, I apparently cannot describe things today. So as far as in the crease, it's going a little lower than that peach color, so it's going to basically start to overlap the lid, which is going to make it very easy to blend the edge between that and our lid color. And now in with our main lid color, I'm taking the Colourpop eyeshadow in Deck. It's just a really beautiful metallic gunmetal. This eyeshadow is gorgeous. It's what made me want to do this look. So I'm just going to use my finger with that. It's the best way to apply these in my opinion. And I'm going to put that all over the lid. And actually that's a lot of the top done. Like, we really did not need to blend that much because the eyeshadows were all so similar in color. As long as we blend out that edge, you're good. So unlike most of my looks where blending is kind of the main aspect, this one I wanted to keep the line a little more defined, so it's just a little bit of blending needed. For this look, just to make it a little more popping and I guess nice, I wanted to add a little bit of a pop in the very center of my lid, and I'm taking another Colourpop shadow in Sugar. It's this really light turquoise color, and it's again gonna kind of complement these bluey tones and the grays we're using. I'm gonna do that right like kind of parallel with where your pupil is, so just to make that eye pop a little bit more. Oh yeah, that's nice. Usually when I do a tutorial, I have like done the look many times before, but this one I never have, so it's very like experimental. I'm gonna do a little bit of liquid liner. I don't want the line to be the main focus of the look. I just want to define the eyes, and it's gonna help exaggerate that like pointed shape of the eyeshadow. I'm taking the NYC Liquid Eyeliner in black, and I'm going to do a very thin line with a wing. I'm probably going to try to get as much of this on camera as I can, but we shall see. The struggle is always real with this because the mirror has to be like right here. Okay, good enough. Is that anyone else's motto when it comes to liquid liner, or just me? Okay, and for the lower lashes, I thought I was going to try to do some of the Colourpop shadows down there, but honestly, I think that's just going to be a bit too tricky with them being kind of a crumblier formula, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to go with Make a Geek Stealth, keep it pretty simple, and just rub that along there. Yeah, I think that was a good decision. Good job, Shelby. I'm in a weird mood today. So I'm just going to take a blending brush. So now that the liner's on, I can kind of see the eyes a little better, and I think I need a little more in my crease, so I'm taking Stealth again and just kind of reapplying that. Trying not to overlap with the lid too much because I don't want to take away from those beautiful metallic colors. Stealth is actually a very wonderful eyeshadow because it's pigmented, but not to the point where it's like boom, colors there. You can kind of build it, which I personally like in an eyeshadow. Especially a gray, because they're a little bit, most of us are a little less comfortable with grays than like neutrals. Not that gray is not a neutral, you know what I mean. Blend a little more on the bottom as well as the top. And having added more matte to the crease, it kind of creates a pocket because we did the matte around the eyes, and then that shimmer just pops even more being between all that matte. Alright, so that's how the eyes are looking right now. You can of course skip liner on the waterline. I think I even might if I was to wear this look out and about because I really like the way it looks right now. And the thing with, for me anyways, I think it depends on your coloring, but for me when I wear grays, I actually find it a little easier to pull off a smoky gray look than a smoky warm look because those can make your eyes look a little irritated while the gray usually doesn't as much. Sorry, that was a bit of a rant, but so I would totally leave it like this, but for more of a pop and more fun, I'm actually going to add a little bit of a blue liner to the waterline. I think it will really play off the blue tones in the eyeshadows. This is the Milani Liquid like eyeliner pencil in blue. Never used this before. I didn't really have a good blue, so I went and picked it up. I'm hoping it will lean a little more navy, but we shall see. I'm going to do that on the waterline and the tight line. You could obviously do black or charcoal or nothing at all, but I'm going to do that, and then we'll be back to do the final touches. I've been hearing about these eyeliners for years, and now I see why. They're super creamy. We'll see how the lasting power is, I guess, but I really love that color. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop a teeny bit more of Stealth on, because I always like to just do something on the lower lashes after I do the waterline, just to make sure it's all set in place and and diffused out. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight. I'm gonna take Vanilla Bean on my brow bone, and actually, you know what? I think I kind of want to do a bit more of an intense inner corner than I usually do. I think we're going to do Shimma Shimma by Makeup Geek, which I haven't used in forever. There's Shimma Shimma, and I'm going to pop that on the inner corner, tying it into the color on the lid. Now I'm going to go in and get some mascara on. I'm not doing falsies or anything because I just can't be bothered today, but doing mascara, and then I will come back and show you the finished look. So that is the finished look. To finish off, as I already mentioned, I already had the Essence blush in Sweetheart on the cheeks. And for the lips, I didn't want anything to compete with the eyes because I love the eyes and I want them to show themselves off. This is the NYX Lip Liner in Natural, as I always wear with with more nude lips. And then I just went with a really simple, the Revlon just Bitten Kissable Balm Stain in Precious on the lips. Kind of my favorite lip color for cool tone looks. I always seem to reach for that when I do cool toned eyes. So anyways, that is the look. I had a lot of fun creating this for you guys. I think even I like cool tone eyes, but I think with YouTube and everyone's obsession with colors like, you know, Cocoa Bear and Creme Brulee by Makeup Geek and all these warm tone, I think it's easy to get caught up in that and want to also do all the warm tone looks. And I mean, obviously I think warm tone looks are beautiful, but on occasion it's nice to just whip out these like gunmetal colors and rock them, because it's going to stand out, be a little different than what everyone else is wearing. And it's actually really flattering, I think. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. If you did, be sure to like it below, subscribe to see more from me. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.